November has famously become synonymous with stubby whiskers as men and young men all over campus celebrate No Shave November. But how well is GCS represented in the field of facial hair? We turn to our freshman in the field, Ghibli.
Ghibli? Thank you, Daryl. This is Jabril reporting live from GCS, learning on the secret lives of beards. And my name is Jabril, not Ghibli. Ghibli is the name of an Ewok from Star Wars. In the history of the world, who had the most famous beard?
History of the world, best beard. I think I'm going to have to go with Karl Marx, Jabril. He had an amazing beard, great color, great body, well displayed, and it was in most of his photographs when he was old enough and classy enough to grow a beard.
Tom Selleck. Why? Well, because he's a manly man.
To Rasputin, mostly because I think it's his beard that helped him survive the beheading and the poisoning and the drowning and the stabbing and all the things that he supposedly lived through. I think Rasputin's beard was like Samson's hair.
My Sikh brother, Sarwan Singh, 7 feet 9 inches. Look him up. One love, baby.
Greatest beard of all time. I think you have to go with Santa. Never seen him without a beard. Mrs. Claus seems really into it. It's kind of a way that he distinguishes himself from the elves as I'm the guy in charge, you guys are my peons. Kind of the same way I have a relationship with my students. I have the beard, you don't. You make the toys, I'll deliver it, take all the credit.
So people without beards look kind of like children or girls. It's kind of embarrassing for them, but this is a multicultural society.
If you could be a famous bearded man, who would it be?
Mr. Hudgens.
Mr. Hudgens, he has a pretty excellent beard. He's a pretty excellent guy. He's got that kind of philosopher thing going on. So I think that's influenced me a lot.
If you could be any bearded man, who would you be?
Brian Hudgens, of course. I mean, doesn't get much better than this in the 21st century.
If you could be a famous bearded man, who would it be?
I want to be me.
The obvious answer is Abraham Lincoln, because he pulled off, both the beard and the top hat, all while, changing the world.
Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln had the ugliest beard. Very talented man, great president, but he had an ugly beard. Maybe it hid his ugly face, I don't know.
If you could be a famous mustachian man, who would it be?
Tom Selleck.
Have you ever been a victim or a perpetrator of beardism?
Of beardism? I don't think so. There have been some moments where my wife has gone from it being kind of a good look to more of an Amish look. And I think once I crossed that threshold, I was kind of told, no more. You won't be able to see her side of the family anymore. I wouldn't be invited to things. I'd have to eat outside.
I think I currently am a little bit a perpetrator of beardism, mostly because not to be a hipster about being hipster, but I had a big shaggy beard a little bit before it became the hipster craze, and once everyone started doing it, I kind of didn't want to be lumped in with, oh, you grow a beard because you're a hipster, so I'm a little bit beardist now.
What's the best part about having a beard?
Not bleeding on a regular basis when I scrape my face to look younger. That's the best part of having a beard.
What's the best part of having a beard?
The women.
Just the stroking.
Like, I've seen people who have had mustaches and then those who have taken those mustaches off, and then it's almost like they're like nude, so it's like a nice little cover to the top of your lip.
In life, most areas when you are lazy, you come off as looking lazy. With the beard, the lazier you are, like the more distinguished you look. It's the only way you can kind of do nothing and somehow look wiser. I like that about the beard.
How long have you celebrated No Shave November?
Wow. The first time I had a recognizable beard, I was 16 and a half, so that would, I guess, would be 1986.
I've had this guy since the college years, so he's like a friend to me now. So, he's like part of my personality.
How long have you celebrated No Shave November?
I didn't really start celebrating it on purpose. One day a kid asked me and said, "Hey, are you doing No Shave November?" And I was like, "No, Maybe I am now.
Has your mustache ever interfered in your life?
No. Actually, it's kind of like led the way, you know. Because remember that pharmacist that came up to me and she said, Tom Selleck? Are you related to Tom Selleck?
Has your beard ever interfered in your life?
No, it's only beneficiary.
How do you know when to groom?
You don't.
I find in general, the rule of thumb with beards is this. It's the same thing as a rule for like algebra class. You can do whatever you want on the left side. This is my right side. On the right side, as long as you do it on the left side, as long as you keep it symmetric. If you add 2, you better add 2 over here. You multiply by 5, you better multiply by 5. So that's the secret to the Fu Manchu.
Yeah, I had the little, like, the Fu Manchu kind of thing, you know.
What's the secret of growing a good beard?
Having the right ancestors and not being a wuss.
What is the secret of growing a good beard?
Being a man.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. The best way to grow a beard, the first thing you have to do is embrace the fact that for a long time you're not going to have a beard, you're going to have peach fuzz. And people are going to make fun of you and you're going to look really sketchy, but you have to power through it. You have to earn the beard. You have to suffer to have real facial hair. It's going to itch. It's going to look ridiculous, but you have to fight through it. And the secret is to think very hairy thoughts. You know, will the hair out of your chin. And once it gets there, you know, enjoy every day that you've got it.
Thank you, Jabril. That was very informative piece. It is good to see so many beards alive and well. I was a bit worried that our representation of No Save November might have been slightly diminished from the Ice Bucket Challenge.
No, that's just not true. We easily have 8, maybe 9 faculty beards alone. People still love to raise awareness by dumping water on their heads or wearing pink. They also love to raise awareness by not doing things.
Jabril, tell me of all the beards you've interviewed today, which one was your favorite?
My favorite beard of GCS probably belongs to Mr. Simon. That is one beautiful beard. I don't know how he does it. I think it's the music.
Good answer. I agree with you on that person that you referred to. Has this inspired you to also participate in No Shave November next year, maybe?
I am participating.
Right, excellent. We'll now pause for a word from our sponsor.